What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another finance quiz. We got 10 multiple choice questions, and you're gonna have 15 seconds to answer each individual question. And I wanna know in the comment section below, how many did you get correct? Did you get 10? Did you get 9? Let me know in the comments how many questions you got correct. And good luck on the quiz. Question number 1. What does return on investment ROI mean? A, how profitable an investment is compared to its cost. B, annualizes the profit of an investment over a period of time. C, the value of a sale of an investment. Or D, the cost of an investment at the time of purchase. The answer is A, how profitable an investment is compared to its cost. Return on investment calculates how much profit or loss an investment returned compared to its cost. If you bought into something for $100 and you sold it for $200, then you had a $100 gain, a $100 return on investment. Question number 2. What does it mean when a loan or bank debt includes a balloon clause? A, interest rates of a loan adjust up or down. B, the balance of the loan is due at the end of the term. C, the loan balance will increase at a certain date. Or D, the banker throws you a party once the loan is paid off. The answer is B. The balance of the loan is due at the end of the term. A balloon clause in a loan means that the balance of the loan, the balloon payment, is due at the end of the loan term. For example, a borrower takes out a loan with a 10-year term and a 20-year amortization schedule. This results in a balloon payment at the end of the 10 years. Question number 3. What is a simple agreement for future equity, aka SAFE? A, a debt instrument that is convertible into equity. B, a non-debt financial instrument which provides the investor with the right to future equity. C, preferred stock. D, a promissory note. The answer is B, a non-debt financial instrument which provides the investor with the right to future equity. A safe investment is a common way for startup companies to raise early stage money. It is not debt and it's not equity yet. The company receives cash from an investor with a future promise to equity. The key ingredients are going to be it is not a loan and it doesn't pay interest, and the investor receives the right to equity at a later date, and it's usually going to be at a discount. Question number 4. What is the par value of a bond? A, the market price of the bond. B, the interest rate on the bond. C, the bond's principal or the original amount. Or D, the discount rate of the bond. The answer is C. It's the bond's principal amount. If you buy a bond at par value, the issuer will pay you back exactly this amount at the end of the bond's term. For example, a $10,000 par value bond pays $10,000 at maturity. It's of course going to pay interest over that time, but the principal amount you're going to get back is the par value. Question number 5. What is the annual report that a publicly traded company files with the SEC? A, a 10K, B, a 10Q, C, an 8K, or D, a 5K? answer is A, the 10K. The annual report that a publicly traded company files with the SEC is Form 10K. The 10K is going to include the audited financials, management discussion and analysis, risk factors of the business, and the business overview, how the company is performing, among many other things. If you've gotten any value out of this video so far, please smash that like button and consider subscribing. I also want to note that I post daily quiz questions to my YouTube page. So come back, answer those daily questions. They get posted 8 a.m. Eastern Time. Question number 6. What is the risk that rising prices reduce the real value of your money over time? A, policy risk, B, control risk, C, interest rate risk, or D, inflation risk? The answer to that question is D, inflation risk. Inflation risk is the risk that rising prices reduce the real value of your money over time. In other words, today's money has less purchasing power than it does in the future. Question number 7. Who typically elects the board of directors of a corporation? A, management, B, employees, C, shareholders, D, the local residents. The answer is C, the shareholders. A corporation is owned by its shareholders or the stockholders. Shareholders elect the board of directors. The board of directors will appoint corporate officers and hire management. But the shareholders, they elect the board of directors. Question number 8. What type of stock generally has preferential dividends and liquidation rights? A, common stock, B, stock options, C, preferred stock, D, Series A stock. The answer is C, preferred stock. Preferred stock is like a hybrid share class somewhere between ownership and debt. It gives you steady income and priority, but less growth and no voting power typically. Preferred stock usually has these type of ingredients. You get paid dividends before common shareholders. In liquidation, they get paid before the common shareholders, but after the debt holders, and they generally don't have voting rights. Some preferred does, but most preferred stock doesn't get a vote. Question number 9. What is a risk management strategy used to reduce the chance of a financial loss from price movements in an asset? A, flexing, B, floating, C, reversing, D, hedging. The answer is D, hedging. A hedge is an investment or financial position taken specifically to offset potential losses in another investment. This is to reduce the risk of losses from price changes, interest rates, currencies, or any other type of market factor where pricing is going to impact your assets. The common hedges are going to be puts, calls, forward contracts. You are buying these financial instruments to offset potential gains and losses in a certain asset. Question number 10. What is an interest rate swap? A, a derivative instrument to manage interest rate risk. B, interest upon refinancing a loan. C, the change in rate after a balloon loan matures. Or D, when one bank buys another bank's loan. The answer is a derivative instrument to manage interest rate risk. An interest rate swap is a derivative contract where counterparties agree to exchange one future interest payment for another based on a specific principal amount. A lot of times with the interest rate swap, you're trying to take a variable rate and make it fixed, or you're trying to go the other way. You think interest rates are going to go down. You want to take your fixed rate and make it variable. That's what you use interest rate swaps to manage your interest rate risk. All right, that's our finance quiz. 10 quiz questions. Let me know in the comments section how well you did. Be honest. How many did you get correct? And thank you for stopping by and taking the quiz. I have more quizzes. I have a lot of quizzes on my YouTube page. So if you're looking for more, go to my page. I've got a lot more in accounting, economics, and finance. And I appreciate you. Have a good rest of the day. Take care and goodbye.
Yeah.